Hey guys, what's up? This is Josh. I'm just doing an update, my weekly update. I got some fish, goldfish to be precise. I had 12 to start with, and a couple of them looked like they were kind of bloated and swimming funny, so 3 of them had died. The other one seemed to be doing just fine, and I got so many goldfish because I don't expect all of them to live. Goldfish sometimes just die. So I figured since I have so much water movement and I have 2 air stones in here, 12-inch ones, hooked up to a 60-gallon pump, and this is a 29-gallon tank, so I figured these guys would be good. I run the pump once every hour and a half for 6 minutes, and it fills up my grow bed, so it does a pretty good job. Right now it's finishing emptying after the filling of the bed. And I put these braces in here because if you look underneath here, it's bowing. And that's, it kind of scares me a little. So, put these braces. I have one back there as well to keep it from crashing through, hopefully. So, here's my container. And I gotta get up above the light. We've got a 400 watt high pressure sodium here hanging. Here's a 150 watt that I moved off to the side temporarily because I don't need it right now. And then here's my grow bed. Yeah. I actually have some broccoli coming up here, and I planted them not too long ago. I don't know if you can even see them. Man, this is terrible. But they're little seedlings and they're coming up, so I planted some more stuff like tomatoes, leeks, lettuce, radish, and then my broccoli is over there. So here's my setup with the tube and a valve to control how much water is let through here. And I have some sphagnum moss here to use as a biofilter along with a tea bag to try and reduce the pH because my pH is really high in the system. It was at 8.1, but I bought some of this stuff here. I don't know if this is safe to use, but I kind of needed it. It's called pH Down. Lowers pH of freshwater aquariums. So I've been putting in a little bit in it every day, every 24 hours, and every day it lowers it about 0.1. So it's not, I don't want to shock the fish by any means. So, and I also got this stuff here. This stuff is pretty cheap. It's like $5 a bottle. Bacteria supplement. It boosts the aquarium for the growth of the bacteria that we need to have it. The bacteria grow in the grow bed. So if I put it in the water, it's supposed to let the bacteria grow. So far so good on the aquaponics. The fish eat like twice a day, which is pretty simple. Eventually I'm going to put a fish feeder on the edge of the tank there to kind of drop food in there so I can automate that. But hopefully in a week we'll have all of my plants coming up and I can show you guys those. So off to the hydroponics. Not yet. Alright, and then here's my setup that I've had for a while with the two lights, as you can see. Back here is one of my green bean plants. It's growing pretty big, actually. So I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. And then it just keeps going. Every time I think there's going to be a green bean showing up, it ends up being more leaves. So hopefully it'll produce soon. I have basil growing in this little thing, and this basil was planted at the same time this green bean was planted. Funny, huh? In dirt. So yeah. Here's another green bean plant that's doing really well. I moved the bigger plants over to this 5-chamber tote here, and what I have as nutrient solution in here is this blossom booster to hopefully, you know, make it bloom, if you will. So yeah, and I made this little wooden thing, I guess, structure to kind of keep it from bowing, keep the tote from bowing, so it does really good. And it lets me, the lid stays on easily that way. If it bows, the lid doesn't stay on there very well. So, but this is my other tote that I had started with 11 chambers, and I have some tomato. I have a tomato seedling here. probably can't see it very well. And then I have another tomato seedling there. Couple green bean plants that I plan on pulling soon, just because I've got too much green beans. I got lettuce growing back there, and then in the very back that's squash. And then here's, I think, bib lettuce, and that's another different kind of lettuce than normal standard. So I have some my Bucholokia plants that are growing in this little container are healthy. They just don't grow very quickly compared to the hydroponics. And then yeah, I have my germination station down here. This is where I kind of start all of my stuff in these containers, and that's going pretty well. I got this container here from Chinese takeout. You know, whenever you have leftovers, it's plastic and it does a really good job at sealing. So I just washed that. I'm using that now. So, and this setup has just been really successful. I mean, nothing has really given me any trouble since the first week when I put too much nutrient solution, or too much nutrient into the solution, and it kind of stunted this plant here, this green bean plant, and that green bean plant. These 4 green bean plants were planted at the same time, but these 2 got stunted because they went through nutrient burn, but they've recovered. Now they're growing pretty well. So, but I'm probably going to pull them just so that I only have 2 green bean plants, and I can fit some other stuff in there as well. So yeah, well, thanks for watching my video. I've got more plans for other setups here. I'm going to put another maybe 1 or 2 totes here. I'm going to build a wooden structure similar to the structure or the grow bed type thing that Happy Game Show had on his, but I'm going to make mine where I can just have shelves at the bottom to put the tote containers on. And I like doing these tote containers because I can take these out and move them. I can take the net pots out and move them to different ones depending on what's growing faster. And if I just did like a grow bed like Happy Game Show, then it would be kind of tough for me to move stuff around. It'd be a little bit harder. I mean, I don't know. I might try it just because it'd be a you know, a flood and drain system, and I think it'd be pretty cool to try a different method. But I don't know. We'll see what kind of comes up. I've also got Slee Stack's rule. I've taken his idea with the window units, and I'm going to make a bunch of these window units out of these containers here, and just put them at my window in the front room so that I can start all of my grapevines, because I've got an acre of land and I want to kind of grow grapes on it if I can, just because the land's not doing anything. So I'm going to start all my grapevines in hydroponics, and once spring comes, however tall they are, because right now it's January, so when spring comes, however tall they are, they're going to be planted out there, and that's how I'm going to start them. I already have seeds and everything, so that's my plan. So next week I will send out another update and show you guys the progress on this. Right now, the only seedlings that are coming up are the broccoli over here, and they're very tiny, so it's kind of hard to tell, and my high pressure sodium light is very strong, and I turn it off, but it's not good to really turn them on or turn them off and then turn them right back on, because they have to warm up and whatnot. It's just not very good for the bulb. So alright, well, see you next week.